Hi people, thank you so much for stopping by. If you're coming across my channel for the very first time, thank you so much. Please consider subscribing. To my returning subscribers, thank you so much for your support and I hope we are all doing fine. In our today's conversation is about why we should not date men with kids. In short, baby daddies. People really came out to give us the reasons why we should not date baby daddies. So I will just let the video play, and at the end of the videos I will leave my own comment. So please don't go away.
You should not even date a man with a kid or a man with kids, because that means you're opening your legs. That's what that means. He's hitting you raw, and you the next baby mom. And he's not even taking care of his current kids. As a matter of fact, as a woman, if you're going to date a man that has a kid or kids, you desperate. You desperate, weak, you don't love yourself. That's what that means. That's what that means. He has a child already. He has kids already. You don't have none. Your passport never been stamped. You've never been nowhere but to the Chinese store down the block and back to your house. You haven't seen nothing of life. You're not where you want to be with your career. So why you dating a man with the kid or kids? So he can slow your life down? Ruin your heart? Break your soul? What are you doing? You that desperate? You're really hungry.
I can say this because I am somebody's mom, but I can also say this because I was once a single woman who'd had no kids. Baby mama or no baby mama, you should not be dating no man with no kids if it's too much. Like, if the first incident that happened with the baby mama or something with the kids, leave. I am like this now with one kid, and I was like this before I had a kid. I distinctly remember dating this guy, and we talked for 1 week exactly. And then he randomly just stopped texting me, and I saw him on Instagram. You could tell his baby mama took over his page because of how the angle and the way everything was getting posted. You could tell she had possession of his phone, and I guess she could see what we went through or what we talked about. And I'd never spoke to him again. I never asked him why, what, who. Never again. If you, like, first red flag with a baby daddy, please leave. Don't play with yourself like that.
I know what y'all gonna say, and I don't even care because I'm still gonna say this, but even though I have a child, I'm not dating no baby daddy. I don't care. You know why? Because baby daddies don't leave their baby mama alone. A woman will flee the country to get away from a man, but a man will never leave a woman alone. Baby daddies will bother their baby mama for eternity as long as she will let him. A baby mom, she can go get in a new relationship and forget all about the baby daddy. Baby daddies don't do that. They can be married and everything. They still be bothering the baby mama. No.
Dating a man with children is not a good thing. Hear me out. If you're a person who knows for sure you don't want to date a man with children and you don't pursue it, this video is not for you. But if you feel like you have to at this point, you're 30, you're 40, you're beyond, and it kind of goes with the territory, hear me out. This is not a good thing necessarily. Nothing against fatherhood. Fathers are amazing. However, being a father does not mean that someone is going to be more selfless, more mature, more empathic, more, together, or even a better father. It does not signify that. Just because they have kids, they can still be toxic. They can still be a narcissist. They can still treat their partner, meaning you, poorly. Even if it appears that they're a good father, that does not translate into them being a good partner. And you have to think to yourself, what am I actually looking for here? Am I looking for someone to be a good father to their children or someone to be a good partner to me and our future family if we decide to have one?
I can give y'all 100 reasons why you should never date a baby daddy. Number one time I gave a baby daddy a chance thinking he was different from the other baby daddies. He had kids. I knew about his kids. He had 2 kids. I knew about them. But then he popped up with a baby. A newborn baby. Fresh baby. Where does baby come from? You had somebody pregnant this whole time? You're sick.
Why you shouldn't even casually date men with kids. This is the story that I found, and I want us to discuss it together. All right, here we go. I was very naive about men, but through a mutual friend, I managed to snag me a very fit dad who was well out of my league. He was the officer, a married to the job type of guy who had sole custody of his 7-year-old daughter. He would gush about her constantly, and I, being the fence sitter, I was absolutely melted. We started dating casually, nothing official, and I figured he would do the typical overprotective parent thing and not actually introduce me to his kid till way later. Nope. Second date, dinner at his house with the daughter. 2 weeks later, he texts me with the audacity to ask, hey, I'm working late. Do you mind picking up daughter from school? Maybe swing by McDonald's for dinner? She's the key. I was really weirded out by it. We had only gone on a handful of dates, but he trusted me to babysit, and so babysit I did. Again, the guy was out of my league, and I felt lucky he even showed me interest in me. After the first text, I got other texts pushing more boundaries, pick up groceries, do some dishes, etc. I hated it, but I was hoping it was just a temporary hitch in the relationship and not a preview of things to come. Ha! Ha, indeed, honey bunny. She was very naive to believe this because girl is only going to get worse from here. Let's go. Everything came to a head when I was babysitting at his house and I got a text at 7:15. Hey, I'm not going to be done with work until late. Could you give the daughter a bath and put her to bed for me, please? With a kissy face. I was floored. Here I was across town alone in another man's house taking care of a child I barely knew. My fault for assuming a cop would have better protective instincts. I stood in the kitchen dumbfounded and I cried. I hated how I felt, used and unspecial, trapped and overburdened. I think that night was the point in my motherhood journey when I realized I didn't actually want to be a mother. He came home at 2 a.m. Maybe he was cheating. Maybe he was hanging out with his bros. Maybe he really was just working, but it didn't matter. I ended our little fling the next day. He took it harder than I thought, claiming that he was really starting to fall for me. And what about his daughter? She's really bonded with you. I almost fell for it. But then I realized the only reason he liked me so much was because I was such a pushover who wouldn't love to have an on-call free babysitter you could occasionally sleep with. Our entire interlude lasted 1 month. 1 month is all it took for this guy to promote me to stepmom status. So no pun intended, bullet dodged. Moral of the story, don't even casually date single dads. They will hop on any chance to unload their kid on you. Also recognize when someone is taking advantage of you instead of rationalizing or excusing it away. This is true. I think this girl, she suffered from having low self-esteem. And so she had stars in her eyes about the guy who was, clearly out of her league or whatever. So she says, I think if she had more confidence in herself, this wouldn't have happened to her. She wouldn't have been taken advantage of like that.
Well, kindly share your thoughts or your experience in the comment section below. But for me, according to my analysis, but I'm not going to generalize it, please. Baby mama drama. Kids don't have a problem. The problem is baby mamas. There are troublemakers. Majority of baby daddies usually go back to their baby mamas. The baby daddy and baby mama drama does not seem to end. Why? Because they have something in common. So that baby mama drama, that is the thing I hate most in dating men with kids. If he couldn't make it work with the baby mama, what makes you think he'll make it with you? He may still have unresolved feelings with his baby mama. And most people who have children, especially men, they may prioritize kids, which can make you feel bad because most of the times you're becoming second. The other thing is limited time. His parenting responsibilities may end up taking most of his times, making you neglected. And guys, I would really love to hear from you. Kindly share your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe, like, and see you in the next video. Stay safe.